Okay, wow. We are here, Eldonna.
We are live here at BnB Live, our Thursday, good evening or good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you're listening.
Right, or when you're watching it, right?
Yeah,
so
or when you're watching it.
Yep, so this is the BnB Fair Trade Live every Thursday, like Eldonna was saying. We're here at 5:30 in the afternoon. Of course, this is your second week back since coming back from Kenya, from Africa. And I'm just going to put these down here for a second. So, you came back and we basically we just hit the ground running again because you had suitcases of product that came through.
Yeah.
And literally this just got all put back in place again because there was tons of product on this couch as well. And then stuff all over the floor, containers on the floor of product that came in. But we've managed to already photograph a lot of that, but we still have, let's just say we got 50% done, but we have another 50 or maybe a little bit more.
Well, that doesn't count the product that I couldn't bring back that's not here yet.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So that'll get photographed when it arrives.
Right.
Of course, you guys have to understand that like my goal is to get this stuff photographed before that other product arrives so that, it's done. And then we can just work on that. As opposed to like letting it pile up and be like, it's a lot to take on.
Yeah, you probably saw yesterday's Instagram post with some of the aprons, some of the new aprons.
Those came out really nice.
I know.
Really nice.
I'll put a couple of those in Fairtrade Long Beach this weekend. They are online, so if you go to basketsbeatskenya.com in the online store, you can see all the new ones that we have so far. There's still a couple, three more coming back in the shipment, but all the ones that I brought back are up online now.
So are you saying that means that there's about 3 more additional styles that are coming, like prints, in addition to what they can see right now then?
Yeah, I think there's one more new one, and then 2 of the ones like the green leaves one, luxurious leaves, I think we call it. It's that one. I was able to find some more of that fabric. So we're getting that in aprons and pillows. We didn't have pillows last time. And Layla tells me, I spoke to her this morning, and she tells me that the pillows look amazing.
Oh, so cool.
And then the other one, it's the floral, it's different, it's leaves, but it's the first print that we got that we sold out of both in pillows and aprons really fast. Wasn't able to find any more of that. And then when we were there in Eastleigh and Nairobi, I found, I think about 4 or 5 pieces. I got all that I saw because those, the last 2 pillows are on my couch at home of that first run, and thought that maybe we couldn't get that anymore. And because usually what happens is you find a fabric and you're not really sure. Like, for instance, this dress that I'm wearing, I think this must have been a fabric run. I didn't see this fabric anywhere available. I saw the dress, and the dress ended up coming home with me, as you can see. But I didn't see the fabric anywhere. So this might have been one that was the end of the fabrics that they had. And otherwise I probably would have gotten some of this because the colors are beautiful.
Yeah, the colors are really pretty. Yeah, definitely. So like we had mentioned, quite a bit of product still has come back with you. I mean, there was, how many suitcases were there? 4 or 5?
So I brought back 4. The 5th one had my own things in it. I might have stuffed a couple of other things, but there were 4 full suitcases of product that I brought back.
Right. So today, since last week, what I'd like to share with you guys is, so we've managed to be able to photograph the aprons. We've managed to photograph a good amount, not all of it, but a good amount of seed bead baskets, both with lids and those without lids as well. We've managed to photograph some one-of-a-kind pieces, like there's some ones and like there's a collection, of course, that usually you bring back of different things, but there's also like what you call one-offs, right? Like we're going to try this one out. We're going to see how some pieces that are new to the one-offs are like the ones with like the shell medallion type, and then the beads kind of extending from that. So that's going to be something new for you to see on all the social media platforms, one of the new pieces. And I know we have a couple of things we're going to share here on the couch that we brought to be a part of the segment. And something that's really new, right? There's there's a new product here. I mean, these are the paper beaded.
Right, these are paper beads, but and I really didn't, we have plenty of paper beads, but the colors, so this is a yellow and it has a black seed bead, and then this green has a nice iridescent seed bead to it. So I got these because I thought, oh, this is great for summer. This would go great. The long paper beads, let me see if I can just.
Well, you could wear it more than one way.
Yeah, you can wear it. So a lot of times you can double this up. You can actually wear it single if you wanted to tie it in a knot like this and have one of those kind of situations. You could do that. Or what I usually do is I double it up like that. Or you could actually triple it up, so then you could have three.
Like tears on your neck.
Yeah, but these are really great colors for summer. So I thought, well, I'm going to bring some of these back because I have a lot of the faded kind of paper look and then the multicolor, but I don't have any like this. We don't have any like this. So I thought, oh, these might be interesting. Somebody might like these. So I think I've got it.
Another way you can wear that too. I mean, although it is a necklace, it's made to be a necklace, but it can also be worn as a bracelet. You could just kind of like, kind of layer it on your arm here if you wanted to as well. I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah, those are a great color to add to the collection of I mean, this is technically like the traditional paper beaded necklace that you came back with originally anyways.
Right. Yeah. So, and this is one, I should untie this, see if I can untie it. Because you could actually string a couple of these together if you had a little clamp and make a belt out of it. You could do all kinds of things.
Yeah, that would be a really cute idea actually to wear. I love being able to many times pull like styles together and mesh and like merge them together. So like something like what you just mentioned, wearing it around your waist, like with some cute denim jeans, some maybe flat ballet flats on your feet, and a solid tee or something, and you have that pop of color just kind of going around your waist is really, I think, a really cute look.
Like you could put this on with a black t-shirt because you have the black top, or you could even put it with a white t-shirt.
Yes.
Or like this one has some iridescent blues and such, so that could pick up that in your outfit. Like denim, it would look great with denim.
Yes.
So that these are really style. I love the sound of them. They just they just and again, I have some video I'll be putting up of how these are made. They're cut into strips. Then they're rolled. We're actually going to have eventually some paper bead making classes here, but you cut them into strips, and depending on what size bead you want is the size strip. Like this one is a lot thicker, so the piece of paper would be thicker.
Okay, like wider.
Yeah, it'd be wider. Yeah, it'd be wider, and then you would roll it, and then they glue the tip and pull it off of they roll it on a toothpick or a paper bead roller. And so then they string them on a string, and then they put the varnish on them. And if they're painting them, they paint the color, and then they put the varnish on it and then let them dry. So I took a whole bunch of, you remember you helped me get magazines out of the other storage. So I took, those things are heavy. I took a bunch of magazines, and they're making bracelets and the medium paper bead necklaces. They're making single strand and the mini paper bead bracelets, and they look really great. They're going to look nice.
That's what I mentioned because you told me, the magazines that we took down so that I can take, those are coming out really well because they're keeping those in the natural color. That they're not going to paint them how you see these ones. They're going to let the natural colors from the magazines kind of.
Yes.
That's going to be the color of that design or whatever. So that's awesome. There's something new, though, that you brought. I mean, we're going to be talking about a lot of new stuff, you guys, by the way, but the fact that we're talking today and what we have here with us on this couch, there's something new, though, that you did bring back that we want to talk about today. And let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Point this one out.
These here, now, these just look like, they actually, if you look closely, it's like, oh, what are these? They look like some kind of bead or something, but these are actually seeds. They have a little bit of a ceramic-y feel to them, and you can see that they're different colors, but these are actual seeds. I grabbed a few necklaces and bracelets. So this one, the seeds are a little bit darker, and then this one is a whiter color, and they're made in the same way that, like I have on right here. This is a paper bead, but this This is a true seed bead. It's made out of seeds. I'm not sure what kind of seed it is, but it is a seed. These actually were made by Patricia.
Okay.
Patricia, who the paper bead collection is named after. So I got several of these just to see how they do, because they're very unique. They're different colors. Like this one has some white, but also has some darker colors because it depends how the seeds are.
Now you say ceramic, and sometimes when when I first started, when you brought these in, and I was like, they also have kind of like a glass-like quality to them too.
Ceramic or
Ceramic
glass.
glass,
It's very,
like,
but they're actual seeds. They're not. They feel very glass or like glass beads, but they're really unique and very lightweight. So these are actual seeds that have been turned into a bracelet or a necklace.
This is so pretty. Yeah, this is really, really pretty. I went ahead and I photographed this collection today, and the lighting was just perfect on it, on the collection. So the photo that they're going to see once you post it to the social media platforms, it's going to allow them to really see the detail work of the bracelets and the necklaces on there really well, and the color is really pretty.
Yeah,
very beautiful,
it's very
color.
different. Well, we've got a few of these to see how they do, and if they do well, we'll be getting some more of these. I think that they're so interesting, and the fact that, I mean, this is a conversation piece because it's paper. This is also a conversation piece because it's a seed. It's actual seed that comes from a tree or a plant of some kind, and it actually would grow something.
Yeah.
So the fact that this is a seed turned into a bracelet or a necklace, and we have them in the medium length, and they actually have a little clasp on them, but they're good enough size that you can just slip it right on.
Yeah, right over your neck.
So I think these are very interesting, very unique, and if you're interested in these, I'll be putting these up online soon. You can just send a message, and we can ship actually a set out to you.
So how are you adjusting getting back? Let's talk about that for a minute, because there is a time change, right? So how are you adjusting?
Yeah, well, so the interesting thing was I got in last Wednesday night, and Thursday, the fact that I came here and was able to, I don't even remember it really.
Yeah, you were a little noodle brain that day, right?
Yeah,
Like you say, but understand, why you were feeling in the whole bit, because you just came back from your trip. So
right, and it took a few days of me, and I was working. Remember, I'm like, oh, I just want to make it to 9 o'clock. If I can make it to 9 o'clock, and the first 2 days I didn't make it till 9 o'clock. I think I fell asleep at 7:30, and I was, remember one night I'm up, and I fell asleep on the couch, and anyway, and I thought, oh, darn. But the problem was then you'd sleep a while, and then I'd wake up at 1:30 and I couldn't go back to sleep. And then it would hit me again. So it took a few days to get beyond that point of where I was significantly jet lagged and my brain wasn't working right. And then, of course, my birthday was Sunday. So I made a commitment to myself that I was going to take the weekend to rest, recover, relax.
Yes.
And so I kind of re-engaged things this week. And I went back to my job on Tuesday, and I actually went to work on Thursday last week too. But I sat there like a zombie, just going through emails. And Tuesday, surprisingly enough, after I was done with the workday, I was so tired. I just had to lay down for a little bit. And I think it's just a big adjustment because we went so hard there.
Right.
Layla and I were talking today. We have a prayer time every morning, or almost every morning, usually several times a week. We catch up on things, and she tells me what's going on over there and what's happening, if there's anything we need to discuss, and then we have a little prayer time. But it was I'm really starting to get back. We were talking about it today, like, oh, we were so tired because when we hit the ground, like I got there at like 5 a.m. on Friday the 26th. So I left here May 24th, got there the 26th, and we sat down and we didn't go really anywhere the first day, but we're like, okay, we're doing this. Okay, we have to do this. All right, we got to coordinate this. All right, we got to. So the brains were already engaging. Bam, 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 bam. Then the next day we went to Eastleigh, and the next day we went to Naruk, and then the next day we flew to Kitale, and then we were working with the ladies, and then we go 2 days to Mount Elgon, and then with the ladies again.
And that was a hike. So.
Oh, yes.
So you had a lot of, there was mental stimulation, but there was also physical, like you were engaging everything on this trip. I mean, you had meetings as well, right? Very important meetings,
yeah.
Just things that are percolating and happening for the women there in Africa, and different things that are developing but all of that takes your mind to really be able to formulate,
right, because it wasn't like, okay, we're doing this thing. It's like we're doing this over here, and then we have a couple ladies that we talked about the story about Faustine, where her brother basically knocked her house down and stole all her chickens, and so we were helping her get restarted in business and re-engaged. And we have another lady who I had met through somebody else on Facebook, who I had said, well, we'll meet up with her and see what we can do to help her, and working on helping her. And then we had the sewing group, the tailoring group. They were making the aprons and everything. So they're working over here, and then the Mount Elgon ladies. And then we had the conference. It was so much. And then we actually did take some R&R time. And actually, Layla and I were talking about this today on the last day before we came back to Naivasha. And I'm really glad, because we came back that last day, we were all
spent.
And so we came back that evening to Nairobi. And in the past, I would come back, and then that night I would get on a plane and leave. And I'm so glad I didn't do it that way, because I was so exhausted.
You needed to rest.
So the next day we got everything packed up, and then I was, is it going to be underweight? Is it going to be underweight?
Right.
That's a little bit of stress. And it was, and then the flight back, and the time I spent in London, and it's just, and then the prep beforehand going. So it's been a whirlwind, and I think I'm just getting back into
back into the swing. That's why I had to ask, and I think it was important for us to share with the audience today, even right now, just like, how are you adjusting to that? But I think you can equate it to like a marathon. You have to pace yourself, although you do have a goal. There is a finish line, and getting there is like, okay, but getting back and coming back with the product, and then situating here and getting it all of that is part of this trip. Even when you came back, it was still like we still have to unload product. More product is coming. So it's still not over yet. We're just, you know what I mean? But we have to pace ourselves. Otherwise, you could burn out, and just be like, or you don't want to acquire injury either. You want to make sure that you're able to keep yourself going. And
well, I've had a lot of people reach out to me interested in things like the sandals and other things, and I'm just kind of like, all right, I just need a few days to get back into that, and I'm going to be re-engaging in that. And I have a speaking engagement Saturday morning, and then I'll probably take some product up to Fairtrade Long Beach and restock up there and some new things.
And then speaking of some of the new product, because you mentioned the sandals, I know while you were there in Africa, part of the conversation, and I know that's something that still is in development, but that there would be possibly a special order page for items that would be special orders, that we would be able to get for those. We post what special orders are, what's in that category, and then be able to place those orders to get their hands on those items. And possibly the sandals might be one of those items, right?
Yeah, I was still working on how that's going to work out. I haven't even started that yet, because in between that and some other things is, we've got the NGO going, which has really been a game changer for things in Kenya. People are like, oh, you have a registered NGO?
No, if you don't mind though, explain to our audience, what is this NGO? Like, help us understand, what is the NGO?
So NGO stands for non-government organization, and it's the same thing as a nonprofit here.
Okay.
But it's in Kenya, and the board members have to be majority Kenyan. So I'm the only non-Kenyan on the board. And that makes our organization recognized by the government, just like a nonprofit here.
Okay.
potentially maybe some funding to help with women's things. But one thing that's happened is there's been organizations that have reached out to us to order product in Kenya. A hotel, and then another organization that wants some lanyards for
cool.
a conference, like beaded lanyards.
That's cool,
Yeah.
Eldonna.
So
wow.
So Layla's working that. She's like, I posted something today with she runs everything over there in Kenya. I always say she's my boss while I'm there.
Yeah, she's amazing. She really is.
So, and what good news is we're working to bring her over here, and there's a whole list of things that we have to get together for her to come. But God willing, and we're praying that for the pop-up season coming up, that'll be coming up in the fall and going into Christmas, that she'll be able to be here for that.
Yeah, and experience that from this end as well.
Yeah,
right?
Experience that, and then also be somebody who you all, when you come to the pop-ups,
you'll get to meet her
and connect with her and hear it from her perspective.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a treat. Like, even though mine was just virtual, being able to engage with some of the women from Baskets of Beads and hearing them communicate on our interviewing time that we had while you were there. I was really looking forward to that, and just hearing them share their experience with Baskets and Beads, and obviously what it's meant to them. It's been life-changing for every one of them.
Yeah.
Obviously, but being able to hear it from them firsthand was really a special moment. Like, I was like, this is so cool. I'm actually talking to, who do we have on the segment? Because
we had Dorcas, who's our the manager of the ladies. We had Akuleo.
Yes.
We had Selena, Dina, Gloria. I think that, and I think some others were popping in here and there. But,
yeah, no, it was wonderful being able to just like hear them share, hear them speak, and talk about, just what it means to them. And of course, again, them expressing how grateful they are that they look forward to you coming. I mean, you being there, it's like, that's a huge highlight for them to have that time with you. And I think that's beautiful, because you don't just show up and you're not just there like, okay, okay, you're going to make this, you're going to do that, you're going to do that. And then you're just bringing product back. Like, you're building relationships with these women. You've built relationships with these women. And you can see that's very evident, and like how they talk about you, and the excitement. You could see that, you saw it in their faces, in their eyes, and their countenance. Like, you could tell that they were very, just very happy. And that's a highlight for them, for your trips, for when you show up. Like, that means a lot to them.
Yeah. And the same now with the ladies in Mount Elgon. We haven't been working with them as long, but they're all excited about the farming. The onions are planted, and we have another acre that is actually, the onions only took up an acre, so we're going to plant potatoes.
Nice.
As well. So I'm excited. I've been excited. We grew the cabbage. Now we're growing onions. For some reason, I'm very excited about potatoes. I don't know why.
You want to go pull those potatoes?
I do want to pull those potatoes.
Yeah.
But man, getting down to the farm isn't hard. It's coming back out that's hard.
Yeah. Well, I know you had shared that when you were over there live. And some of the women, one in particular, who was just out walking all of y'all.
Yeah, Akuleo, who's like, she must be like close to 80. She's
just trucking along like.
And I'm over here,
not phased at all.
Right? I had to use a paper bead bracelet to put my hair up, because I didn't have my hair tie, and it was so hot. My hair is so thick that when I get hot on the back of my neck.
You get all warm. I'm the same way. That's usually why I always have my hair up. Yeah. So I'm like, it's just too hot. It's like a fur coat on me.
Yeah. So I was having a fur coat
in Africa.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
oh my goodness.
Good, but
wow. Good stuff. So obviously we have a lot to photograph. There's a lot that's going to be coming in. As the one who's photographing for you, my goal is to get through everything that you have here before the shipment starts to arrive, so that way I'm fresh with that and I can just focus on that, and I won't have this in the back of my mind like, oh, I still have to photograph this, I still have to photograph that. I want to be able to get through all of that and give you plenty of content to work with for social media as well, because when you posted the aprons already, I was just like, oh my goodness, I love it. So
yeah, those colors are just beautiful.
They are.
And this time, so last time when I had the purses, I didn't put the smaller purses online, and this time we will.
Yeah.
So people online them, because I was just selling them at Fairtrade Long Beach and at pop-ups, and they sold.
That's why Eldonna was like, when I go back, this is definitely something I'm going to be adding to the order. And prior to your trip, we went through inventory. We saw what we were either low on or we were pretty much out of. It was like, okay, these are the things you were very strategic about what you ordered.
Those small purses were, I think we had less than 10 left.
Yeah. Great little purse. I mean, it's not the large one and it's not the clutch. It's like right in the middle. You know what I mean? It's the perfect size. Of course, it has the handle on it too, or so you can wear it crossbody if you want to as well.
We should probably grab one.
Where are they at?
There's still a couple over there.
Okay, let's pull that one so we can show.
Yeah, because we they were selling so well that we didn't have time to get any of them up on the website. So this time
we will be able to
so
add them too.
There were some people that saw them and did a video call, and actually I sold some like that. So if any of you ever want to do that, because we're here at the showroom, we can do a shopping call. If you're not local, if you are local, you can schedule a time to come by and just check it out, hang out, and shop till you drop. So
I'm going to bring this in real quick for the segment. Just wanted to wave at some of the people on the audience that were showing up on the Instagram there for you. But go ahead and take a look at that.
Yeah. So this is the smaller purse, and it has a nice sturdy canvas fabric, and then the African print for the design, zipper closure, and also a snap closure. So you have double close ability, and then there's a little zipper pocket on the inside as well as it's lined. So then you can also adjust this strap.
Yeah, which is what it's the crossbody.
Yeah, you can make it crossbody like this, or you could adjust it where it's shorter, where you could have it like this. So that's adjustable strap is there, and it comes in a bunch of different colors, but that you can zip it and then snap it, so you got double closures. This is great for just to take a few things. You can put your wallet in here, your keys, and other necessities. It's good and roomy, and then it's sturdy and it's colorful. So these have been very popular.
Yes,
and I'm excited that wasn't able to bring them all back. So I brought like one suitcase. I lined them up in the suitcase, and Layla's son Gigi was helping. He was a helper. I'm like, okay, get me this color, and he would go pull the colors and bring them to me. And so he was helping us pack up. And he said doesn't realize that, like, where's Eldonna? Oh, she's back at her house. Oh, okay.
Oh, how sweet. That's so sweet. Again, that's what I'm saying. It's really beautiful that you have a real you've developed real relationships with everybody that you have connected with there in Africa, like the women, and of course Layla and her family. She has 2 children, right? So it's like, her husband. So it's like you're part of the family as well. When you arrive, it's just you're reuniting with family again.
Yeah.
Again, you were able to visit some of the students that are being sponsored. Were you were able to speak at some of these schools when you went, or?
Well, yeah, we did actually speak at Saumu School. They were having a church service when we got there, and they invited myself, Layla, and then Dennis, our photographer, to just share a little bit. And so we got to do that, and then we went to Aloy's school and visited with him, and that was great to get to see them. And then a couple of the other kids stopped by. We had to get them all shopping, because they need certain things every month. And right now school's out for a couple of weeks, so they'll be coming out for a couple of weeks. So a couple of the kids that we support 100% of the time, we get a little bit for them to have food and such during the time. And then they'll go back. And the school's year round there, so they have breaks throughout the year.
Yeah. So we do have shipment that's scheduled to be coming in soon.
Right. I have to get a couple other things sent to Layla that are going to go in that shipment. She showed me these big bags. I think I'm going to have it shipped directly here to the warehouse and showroom, so it doesn't have to go to the box at the UPS store.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Yeah.
Because I can tell I can track when it's going to be delivered, so they'll say, oh, it's going to be delivered this day, and I'll just be here waiting for it
to arrive. Yeah, for us to get it here for sure. So you can expect a ton of more photography coming out. Meaning we're going to be having a lot of things that we have to capture, so that can be uploaded into the social media platforms. So you're going to get wind of a lot of new stuff that's coming through. Some new things that are completely new to the collection of baskets and beads as well, in addition to just replenishing. Because there's stuff that just is a hot thing here with baskets and beads, and people are buying it, which we love, of course, and we appreciate that. As always, we appreciate the support, and support is in more than one way. Of course, ultimately, buying the goods is definitely a huge support to baskets and beads, but there are other ways that they can support it, right?
Right. There's obviously donating to the nonprofit side, which will help with school fees and any other projects that we have going on, like the farm and things like that. Until those things get completely up and running and profitable in themselves, we're helping get that going.
Right.
And there's a group of women that are ready to work. But like I've seen people post, it doesn't cost anything to follow, to share, to comment, things like that. When you comment on something like this or on a post, if you like the post and put a comment, or you share it onto your social media or whatever, that helps boost the algorithms, and it helps put more eyes on the products and on what we're doing. So maybe if you can't support financially for some reason, you could just like or share or comment. Comments really push things up. So that would be helpful. And maybe it'll get somebody's eyes on there who's looking for a project to actually donate to. So you never know what your little thing might do to, there are several people that actually I see that they've shared things out, and that's helpful, because I'll get things from like Facebook, or I'll look at the insights on Instagram, and it shows, oh, this many people saw it, this many people viewed it, this many people were engaged with it. So that's what we need, is more engagement and more connection.
Absolutely. So as you guys can see, obviously there's more than one way that you can show the support to baskets and beads, and we definitely appreciate that. So like, and share, and repost, and comment, of course, and keep commenting and keep sharing the things that are happening here with baskets and beads. And then, of course, we have physical locations where you can purchase baskets and beads. Of course, our first location is in Long Beach at
Fair Trade Long Beach.
Long Beach.
I'll be there on Saturday restocking. So if you are local to Long Beach and want to stop by and say, hey, I'll be there. So I have a speaking engagement in the morning, but I'll be there sometime late morning, early afternoon, doing restocking. So I'd love to connect with you there. Or you're welcome to come by here too, but you have to just let us know when you'd like to stop by, because we're not here all the time. We're always here on Thursday, and usually on Friday, Thursday for the live. You can come be part of the studio audience.
Right, absolutely, yeah. Definitely. So you can always direct message Eldonna if this is something you would like to come and see and experience, being here in the Baskets and Beads studio showroom. We would love to show you around and give you a personal shopping experience here as well. So you have two locations here in Santa Ana as well as in Long Beach, like how Eldonna mentioned. And we're here every Thursday and also on Fridays, so you can come by and again, experience the space here for sure.
Yeah, and other days of the week, like on the weekend or whatever, other times during the week, just shoot us a note, let us know. And you might get to meet Indigo, because she's here right now. You can probably hear her in the background chewing on her bone. Yeah. She has a Thursday bone. It's like about this size. And I gave it to her at 5, right? It's about this size right now.
It keeps her busy.
Yeah, she's focused.
Yes.
But you might be able to hear that
Yeah, that's not me or Eldonna. It's Indigo for
Yeah.
sure. So
She's focused on that bone.
so yeah, well, it's been a good Thursday with you. And anything else that you want to share before we sign off?
No, just like I said, like, follow, comment, share. Those are the kind of things that get the message out there. If you know any Rotary groups or church groups or any groups that would love to have me come and share the story of baskets and beads, I have a great presentation. I can do 20, 30, 40 minutes, an hour, or whatever. I do still speak on negotiation, but I don't share that as much. But I'd love to come and share the story of baskets and beads with your group. So you can private message me or email me at eldonna@basketsandbeadskenya.com, and we'll connect and set that up. I know there's a Rotary who had posted something, when are you going to come? Because I had said, wait till I get back and I'll look at my calendar. And so I'll be speaking at that Rotary probably August, September sometime.
Nice.
But other Rotaries or other groups, I'd love to come and share the story of baskets and beads.
Right. And at the same time as well, if you are a location that would like to buy wholesale, we would love for you to come on into the studio as well. We've already, since we got into our building, right, we brought on a new wholesale buyer.
Yeah, we actually had two.
Yes.
One came here and one I took product
right.
to.
So we would love to add you to that list as well. So you can come through in the studio and again, experience the space here, place your order and get your products in your location. We would love to add you to our list of wholesalers as well. So direct message Eldonna and let her know. We would love to invite you in and again, to experience the space and have baskets and beads being sold at your location as well. So yeah, there you have it.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, everybody. We will see you again next week and look forward to sharing more of the progress of where we're going with baskets and beads.
And what do we say when we're ending our segment?
Nakupenda.
Nakupenda.